try taking a nap, and there's a bunch of Arabs in your head. It's hard. Get up, remind them of stuff. I was laughing at the song I was singing. I woke up this because I got high. I was gonna go to work, but I got high. I was gonna, but I got high. You heard the song? I was gonna do that too, but I didn't because I know why. Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. It's a very good song. Da 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 da. But I got high. Don't feel bad for sure. You're running down a good man. A good man. That's Luz Helena Fuentes, the one Spanish immigrant, Mexican immigrant girl that I dated that couldn't stand black people, and her I can't remember the schmuck's, the Kunyiki's name. She was a twin, and he was having a relationship with both, which it's not my business, not my place to judge, because here I have some people talking about having a family where I might have wives in the same family, and I'm like, well, it's understandable, but he set it up in a place where he abused. Like he said, I sat down and Olga talked to me, and she said that, Elena talked to me and said that, he makes her keep the bathroom door open out of respect, and all this other good stuff, and I was like, what? And he had sit there and told me about the hysteria of women and how we do things, and that women have smaller brains than men, and men are smarter, and that men have to tell women what to do. And I'd sit there and listen to him and go, this archaic bullshit you're talking about, man? Who teaches you this shit? There's some really bad false teachers out there. And I had, and this is a man that had Professor Anastasia Labrarin teaching about colonial Spanish history and all these beautiful and Latin women, American women in colonial Spanish history. I'm getting classes about Sor Juana and Hernario Garcia and all this stuff. And this guy is telling me all this stuff. I'm like, you do have access to the same information that I have. I know you do. I know you have access to Hernario Garcia. I know you have access to Sor Juana. Have you read Sor Juana's stuff? A humble woman just like me, but then she kicks the crap out of the Pope in her letters. She's a woman, dude. She was in a hysteria. She was actually a man posing as a woman. She was really a gay man, pretending to be a nun. I get it. I am a religious man. Sitting there saying to myself, only he was the exact opposite. He was kind of like Lancelot on Holy Grail of Monty Python. But I don't want to be saved. I get to sleep all alone by myself in a bed for the rest of my life. My life is good. I'm sorry. This is fun. God, I love connecting to Iraqis. These people have no sense of humor at all. They don't joke. They don't have sex. They have sex. But beautiful man, very handsome. Oh my God, great body, beautiful man. I had a woman live 2 doors down. Beautiful Latin woman. Attractive husband. Worked 2 jobs. Worked his ass off. Cute little kids. She would look at you in a kind of a flirtatious manner, and I think she was lonely. She was absolutely gorgeous. And I went over and they were reading letters. They were translating letters to each other, Fidel and the woman. He's a beautiful Iraqi man, he really is, but he was just doing the wrong thing because he was sleeping with this guy's wife. I wanted to too, but no, I didn't want to. I liked him too much. He works 2 jobs. Who could go sleep with his wife when he's working 2, maybe 3 jobs? While he's gone, you're sleeping with his wife and she's writing you back, we can have great sex. And we'll keep having more mind-blowing sex. And I'm like, but he works all the time. Her husband works all the time. He's such a handsome man. He's working his ass off. And she's sleeping with him. I know he's working too, but I know we all got to get some loving, but this ain't cool. And she would tell you, I'm not saying all these men were perfect, all right? Some of them had girlfriends. The girlfriends would look at me, because the talking the thing was that he's a good man. And the other guys would look at me, what are you looking at our girl for? I'm not looking at your girl, but your girl's looking at me. Why, I don't know, there's talk that I'm a pretty good guy. I'm sorry. So not all these guys were, quote, perfect, but they were trying their best. They were good men, okay? And they reminded me about Elena's brother-in-law. we started dating. He started talking shit. Had the girlfriend, his wife, talking shit about me. The little girl called me Alf. He said Alf was fail, which means ugly for all of you that don't speak. Alf is fail. You used to make me laugh so hard. She'd look at me, because when we first met, it was because she was treating her niece just like a daughter. And I walked up and said, "That's beautiful." And I said, "Everybody should." She said, "Naturally, everybody should treat their, other people's kids like their own kids." And then I showed up with my little nephew Anthony, Haya Ward, and he's the cutest little guy you ever saw in your life. You guys saw the picture of him and Shelby. It's on my thing, the one that Anthony remarked on, the three original pets. And I'm like, the three original kings, you mean? The little Anthony is he's that little guy in there. That's Anthony Haya Ward. And he's one of the cutest little boys ever. And she saw him with me, and I said, "Who's this?" She goes, "This is my nephew. This is his wife's, my ex-wife's son. He's negro." I was like, "Yeah, he's cute, isn't he?" And one of the girls who was the neighbors there, Tammy's like, "Hi, Anthony, hiya. He's one of the cutest little boys ever, isn't he? He's fun." And he really is. He was really fun, and he was very respectful, but he liked to hiya. He liked karate fight you. And they would always see that. That's why I knew he had a good father, because he'd always see me, "Hey, Dad, come on." He always called me Dad, and he said, "Time to play, hiya." And so I knew when Gilbert Ward came home from work, "Hey, Dad, come on, let's play." And he'd play. And his dad was one of those types that he's very, he loves his kids. He does anything for his kids. He works hard for his kids. So don't nobody run him down, all right? He's a good man. Hey, man, you just don't talk shit about the Messiah, brother. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's like doing white lines, you know what I'm saying? Don't do it. The money gets divided. The women get excited. Now I'm broke as hell. It's no joke. So don't buy it. Don't do it. All right? Don't buy into the drugs. Because I got my ass kicked by the Messiah, and I know why. Because I got high. Don't buy this shit to get you high. It's not good for you, and it's not the good kind of high like I get high. Love and forgiveness. Well, we're going away from the story here, Ralph. Well, they got arrogant, and that's what Olga told me. She said he's gonna go buy a house, and then they're all gonna be too good for you. It's a good thing she didn't go with me. I was gonna take her one night to Tucson to my dad's girlfriend's house, who was at the time very, very rich and had a nice place in Tucson. And if he had let me take her, and he knew it because he had talked, I could speak English to him and said, "I'm going to take her down there," but, and stuff. And he knew how rich Dad's girlfriend was. If I had taken her down there, he would have never gotten Elena to that house, stuff like that, because she had mailed her sister. No, he's related to money, real rich money. I'm better than you. And he didn't let me take her, which is, he saved me on that one. I didn't want to marry this woman. So I got lucky. It was really cool. But what happened with him one day, how we met, is Sheriff Joe, where we started out, Sheriff Joe. They had people in chop shops that that actually knew who people were living in apartments and which ones were on illegal Social Security cards, and what cars they were and what cars were registered to them. And that's this lady that was ripping everybody off, that got fired as the on-site manager, and why I took her place, because she was ripping everybody off for illegal security deposits. She was giving the information to these chop shops, and they would come to steal these people's cars. And they'd send them to chop shops down to Mexico and sell them for parts and sell them as stolen cars, because the people couldn't report them as stolen because they were illegal immigrants. So they kept stealing the illegal immigrants' cars. And I already told you guys that he's also was going through, and then like what he did with Amoroso, he does it with all kinds of illegal immigrants. He gets them on charges, and then he puts them in jail for a month at a time, stuff like that, while they're getting deported and all that stuff. The guy loses his job, they lose their home, they lose their cars because the chop shop guys come and get them, and then they send them back across the border. And by that time, the girl who was 7 when they came through 6 years before is 13 and all ready for this sex slave trade. He's a real sweet guy. Sheriff Joe Arpaio deserves every bit of sword ass kicking he gets. He's not a nice person. Well, they shouldn't be here illegally. We're going to talk about that next, about where they shouldn't be here illegally. That's why the Iraqi people told me, get up. And the women, those women that went out and prayed every day, they connected, and I went out and saw them and saw the science and the math and the intelligence of Faith Val-Ghazali, and they showed it to me every day. And they were always in there preparing vegetables and food. We never talked, except for a little bit with Miss Thamer during discussions in their house, and it was just briefly. And she'd tell my ex-wife nice things about me, which is really beautiful. But we speak spiritually.
Blessings and peace.